Hey guys, welcome back to Digimon World. Last time we were definitely up to quite a bit as we were going all the way from Friesland. Yes, dang, I'm already messing up words. That's okay, it's been a really weird day at work, so if I sound really fucked up, that's because I can't even explain anything, but today has been a hell of a time at work. But last time we were going from Friesland all the way over to Factorial Town and trying to recruit as many Digimon as possible. And at the end, we stopped a raging Giromon from, I don't know, polluting the area in which Numamon lives, which I don't really know why we'd want to protect that, but whatever. Either way, in the end, at the very end of the episode, we were trying to recruit Metal Mamemon, and we ended up recruiting him. I was being told, like, by the video I was watching that apparently Metal Mamemon's supposed to be really tough. But from our experience, I fought him only one time, and I beat his ass with not many items used. So, I don't know, maybe Tyler's just got the best defense in the game. But by the end of it all, Tyler he's not well for this world. He is most definitely not well for this world. So, in this episode where Tyler is most likely going to die of old age, we need to go ahead and recruit maybe 1 to 2 more Digimon before we can go ahead and wish our Tyler Z goodbye. But either way, we did end up recruiting Metal Mamemon. Sorry I couldn't really voice that part. I just knew that it took me like a good 10 tries going off and on the screen just to make him show up, which was really fucking annoying. But either way, then I had to go ahead and save, so this is like Tyler's last day of being alive, at least unless he lives another 5 days, in which he does, then I would be very much surprised. I mean, I've taken good care of him, but you never really know in the end. You never really know if a Digimon's going to live. But either way, as I said, we needed to go back and check in on Angemon. So that's why we're currently loading up in the save menu, because I really don't know how much time Tyler's got left. We need to make as much use of that time as we possibly can right now. We need to be able to recruit as many Digimon before we have to say goodbye to the great Tyler Z. But right now, as you can see, we're already here in what's called File City, because I wanted to go ahead sleep here in File so that I could figure out, like, if Tyler died instantly as he woke up, we need to go ahead and start training, or if Tyler's got a little bit of time left. Let's check in with Digimon.
Numamon came here talking about opening a shop. It's a secret. It's no longer a secret.
It's kind of dumb if he told you the secret and then you just decide to tell me.
Metal Mamemon came here asking if there are any jobs that would compete with Frozen. He's got a competitive spirit.
I guess so. All right. Wait, our rate is at 46. I actually thought it was going to be at 47, but that's all right. I guess Numamon doesn't count as having 2 points. Maybe Numamon only counts as 1 point, which would then make sense if our prosperity is not as high as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be just a teensy-weensy little bit higher, but Numamon's not really a champion, so it would make sense if his prosperity points don't actually count to the prosperity points of the place. It just counts as a little bit of a boost. Besides, I'm not even sure what he really does in town, so if he does anything important, I wouldn't even fucking know about it. Either way, we're heading back into Factorial Town and trying to avoid the Guardramon, because I really don't want to run into any Digimon right now. Seeing as Tyler doesn't have that much longer to live, if we waste time inside of a Digimon fight, that's just like outright wasting time. So we need to make sure that we're making use of the time we have left right now, knowing that we actually need to make sure we recruit 2 Digimon instead of just 1. Seeing as we need to get to a very coveted number, and I guess you guys might already know what number I'm aiming for right now, but it's one that I need to go ahead and get filled in. So let's see if Andromon's willing to actually talk to us now. Everything's all in the town, and I gave him a day, so if he needs more time, then he's just fucking stalling at this point. How you doing? Have you finished repairing the data? It'll take a while longer. Come back again. God damn it. I was like, how much time do you need, Andromon, just to fix data? I really don't fucking understand it. Either way, Tyler did learn a new technique. I mean, it was just during the Metal Mamemon fight. He learned, what was it called? Pulse Laser, which seems to be a pretty goddamn strong move, seeing as it's got the same amount of... It's got even less MP than Megaton Punch, but even more power. So maybe that might be a good move for him to get. But then again, I have no idea how fast he is at revving that one. So, I don't know. I don't really know. Let me see. Blah, 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 blah. So that means I can't currently recruit Andromon, which is really shit because we really need to be able to recruit him. Let me see. Digimon World. Andromon. How many days do I wait? Let's see. How many days do I wait for him to be here? There's no specific day. No, that's talking about, what's it called? Digivolution requirements. I need to figure out how many days do I wait to recruit him, not how many days do I need to wait to digivolve into him. To recruit Andromon. I don't know why he can't just get it done now, but let's see. It at least says on the guide. So I can read this right here. Recruit Numamon, then return to him and he'll fix up the city. Return anytime after leaving if the city possesses all of the following buildings: an item shop, a restaurant, a clinic, and an arena. And it has all 4 of those, so I don't know what's going on there. Then speak to Andromon. We do have all of those, so I don't know. I'm like, I don't fucking know. At this point, he just seems to not want to fucking come back. He doesn't want to be here. God damn him. Let me see. Let me look at this playthrough, and then I can get all the answers. Maybe this guy can tell me. Let me see. If he can tell us how long do I have to wait for Andromon to actually, like me. How long do I need him to stop it? I don't think this Let's Play is going to tell me. I don't think he's going to be able to tell me. And there's no comments here telling me anything. So I don't know how long I'm supposed to wait, or if, like, I don't even get it. Maybe there's a specific thing I have to do in order to get him to like me, but we've already done what the game wants me to do, so I don't even know. I'm like, I don't even know at this point. Okay, so if that means we have to wait a bit longer from Andromon to be able to be unlocked, that means we need to start actually thinking about what we should do instead. I'm like, I'm confused. We could do that. All right, we're going to try out a different method right here. I'm going to go ahead and reset the game. Seeing as, like I said, Tyler's going to die soon. At least I think he is. If he lives another day, I'm going to be completely surprised that Tyler will have lived that long. But if Tyler's only going to live maybe one more day, we need to make use of this entire day that we're going to have left with him. So, therefore, we're going to change topics, and we're going to try and figure out who we can talk to next instead to get that number up. So, we'll change of plans. I thought we were going to be able to do something. Turns out we're not. Let's flip that shit around and then wait for Digimon World to load, because goddamn. Because goddamn, it does not want to load. So I'm going to shift plans around, and we're going to head over to Mount Panorama to try and recruit a couple of different Digimon instead. One of them acts very similarly to Metal Mamemon and Piximon, so that's going to be great. I love having to fight these guys that keep on only showing up at like 5% chances, but whatever, fuck it, I guess. Whatever, fuck this shit anyway. So, first thing I need to do, I actually need to go talk to Shellmon. You may remember him because he was recruited a couple episodes ago, but he did something weird, and we've seen him around town, but we haven't spoken to him, so we should go ahead and get ourselves introduced. So let's go ahead and see what he's up to. You see, we have a restaurant, we have an item shop, we have a gym, we have a clinic, so I think Andromon's just being picky about shit. Either way, here's where Shellmon is. Look, it's my special bulletin board. We need information for the city, so I decided to make a newspaper. What do you think? You can count on me to collect information. The Shellmon's kind of our mon on the inside, so it'll tell you about a bunch of different, like, events that you could possibly trigger, depending on how high your prosperity is and how far you are into the game. So, Shell Newspaper 5, we've skipped the first 4, and this is where you would learn about the Lake Guardian if you had never heard about it before. So, if you were wondering how you're even supposed to know about Seadramon being in the lake, Shellmon would be the one to tell you. So, Shell Newspaper 5, Hidden Treasure, a cool shop in Gear Savannah. This shop is only open from 1st to 15th of each year. The shop manager is proud of his rare items. Okay, forward. Let's see, a cool shop. Can I not read anymore? Huh. Maybe I need to go back. Shell Newspaper 4, a legendary Digimon. Rumors there is a cold weather Digimon in Friesland. Mr. M was saved by this monster. It looked like a big snowball Digimon. Digimon are not used to the cold. Be careful. Digimon who are not used to the cold. Let's see. A guardian for the lake. A lake guardian is at Dragon Eye Lake. The Dragon Lake creature was called by someone. Can this guardian make wishes come true? I'm not sure. See, bandits are gone. Frozen found the hideout, led by Ogremon. However, Ogremon is loose and people are still worried. And that must have been from a while ago because we already got all that shit all figured out, so I don't really know about that. Apparently you're supposed to read something here to actually make it work. So you're supposed to have 45 plus prosperity, and we have 46 currently. And you need to make sure that you've recruited Shellmon. So, oh, I think we're doing this kind of out of order. Okay. So for now, let's go ahead and stop on that. Just wanted to show that Shellmon is in existence. What we need to do is we need to head all the way over to fucking Mount Panorama. So that's going to take a little bit of a walk. I need to actually open up my map because I don't have it open right now. I'm familiar with most places in this game now, but I'd rather be correct than be wasting our goddamn time. So let me make sure I'm going to the right area. Because I'm supposed to go somewhere. So I need to enter the spore area. You remember where all those fucking mushrooms were? That is a circle on the ground. So I need to talk to a circle. Press the circle button to jerk off. I could do that. But I don't want to. I could do that. That is an option. Either way, I'm going to be running here. No, go away. No, go away. Tyler doesn't want to fight right now. Tyler will literally beat you within an inch of your fucking digital life. Please, please, leave me alone. Tyler doesn't want to fight. He wants to die of old age. He wants to die of old age right now. And you're ruining his life by doing that. Okay, so we need to run over this direction. You gotta remember, there's all these weird pink blobs all over the place. We want to go into here and then talk to a circle. So where, oh where are circles? Right here. There's a weird drawing on the ground. Are they one of these strange circles? They look new. I guess so. Oh, I didn't even check this area. There's a medium MP in here. There's also another medium recovery. Okay. So while we're here in the Gear Savannah, one thing I'd like to go ahead and check on is that Digimon that requires a specific, you know, it's like Piximon, it's like Metal Mamemon. They only show up when they fucking feel like it, which is really annoying, but whatever. I need to figure out how to get him because he's going to be worth quite a bit of points, especially if I can beat his ass. So let me go ahead and see what in the hell I need to do. I need to be making sure that I'm not telling you guys the wrong information, because if I'm telling you the wrong fucking shit, it's going to make you angry. It's going to make me sad. I'll be nice and sad. So what do I need to do? What in the hell? Let me see. I need to... What is going on there? I'm like, well, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Is there another circle on here that I don't know about? No, not really. Let me see. I need to feed him his goddamn food. Let's see. I need to feed you food because you're hungry right now, and I'm also watching a YouTube video at the same time, just trying to figure out how to get these fuckers to show up. Let me see. Okay, now I know how to get them, but, this is gonna be really fucking annoying. Okay, you seem to be happy right now. Okay, so, like usual, this is the trick where you walk off the screen and you walk right back on. And the only way, the interesting thing I learned about with the Metal Mamemon was you'll know if they're there, like Metal Mamemon, this guy, and Piximon, if there are any enemies on his screen. If there are no enemies on screen at all, that means he's there. That means that guy is there. Which means, like, these Mud Frigimons, or their weird-ass name, Charudurimon, in any kind of Korean version of Digimon RPG Online. If they're there, that means he's not there. But if they're not there, that means he is there. Kind of confusing like that, isn't it? So what we're trying to do right now is just go back and forward until they're not there so that I can go ahead and know that our little boss fight's going to be showing up. So let me go ahead and see. So with the other guy, this is different from the weird circles guy. So then get Shelmon and then read a new newspaper. Okay? And then go back to the area and there'll be more circles. Okay. Interesting. At least I know how that other piece worked. But for now, this is probably going to take a couple of times of me just trying over and over again. So I'll see you guys when he shows up or Tyler drops dead. Okay. Got him to show up. I was watching a tier list about the best Pokemon in Pokemon Conquest, which has, like, no significance to this guy showing up, but I just wanted to let you guys know. Either way, yeah, the last guy that I want to check in on was Mamemon. Are we gonna battle? Chicken? Okay, let's fight. I didn't know if you were just, like, saying chicken because you like chicken, like I do. Or you're calling me a chicken, in which you don't say, are we gonna battle chicken? So is this a cockfight? I don't even really know. Either way, this is Mamemon. The shittier, little more rounded version of Metal Mamemon. He's just a fucking roundy, baldy-headed twat that you just need to kill. So, I mean, Tyler's fought the shittier version of him. So, or not the shit. Tyler's fought the cooler. I always felt that Metal Mamemon was really cool, mostly because Metal Mamemon is in the opening of Digimon World, so therefore he's got a little bit more clout about it all, but regular Mamemon, I just always found him stupid looking. There are a lot of Mamemon Digimon. There's King Mamemon, there's fucking Big Mamemon, there's Bancho Mamemon, which is actually really cool. Narano Mamemon, there's just some There's some weird-ass forms of this guy. If it wasn't for Greymon and, like, Numamon, I would think Mamemon would have one of the highest amount of, like, Digimon named after his name. Tyler, can you fucking beat the shit out of the roundy, baldy-headed twat? Or are you just, like, sitting there doing nothing? I know he buffed the shit out of his defense, but you could just punch him. Punch him, Tyler. Punch him. Do it. Why did you only do 20 fucking damage right there? Oh, Jesus, he's about to unleash his super move, which was throwing his boxing gloves at me. I don't really know. Oh, Tyler, this is the perfect time. Use Giga Scissor Claw. Do your thing, 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 do your thing. It didn't even get up that high. It did a lot of damage, but it actually didn't do as much as it's supposed to do. But yeah, Mamemon, at least to my knowledge, is the last Digimon that does this whole you need to go ahead and wait for him to show up at 5% things. Also, it's on like the worst screen to look at it because I can't even see this fight. It's like watching fucking ants fight. And I don't have a fucking, I was gonna say thermometer. Yeah, I don't have a thermometer. I mean, I don't have a magnifying glass to actually see it. Damn, 800 damage right there. Damn. Tyler may have a lot of fucking defense, but he tends to not have as much offense as I'd like him to have. And he has no way of buffing his own attack or defense. That might be something I might want to look into, like getting those super defense chips. Because you remember, I can sell all those to fucking Mojimon for millions upon billions of dollars. So maybe I should get a lot of those at some point. Maybe you should get a load of this. Get a load of my super healing. Tyler, attack. Attack while he doesn't even know what's going on because he's having to throw a super move. There we go. I always knew Tyler would win, but mostly because I love spamming healing items. Jesus, when Tyler does 40 fucking damage. Fucking Tyler, just kill him. He's a ball. Tyler, you are fighting a ball. This should not be all that tough. But my man Tyler cannot fight a goddamn ball to save his life. That is... Oh boy, when you get paralyzed by a roundy, baldy-headed twat, that should be where you are sad out of your mind. Alright, blow him up using your tits. And there you go. Another random Digimon got his shit pushed in. Yatta! I can't even hear it, and I know when he's gonna say it. Anyway, what's Metal Mamemon gonna give us? Mamemon dropped a quick chip. I guess it's supposed to be a speed chip, but they call it a quick chip. Oh no, I lost. He's just having a fucking hissy fit. He was pretty tough. I'd say he's tougher than Metal Mamemon. This guy had way more defenses. You're nice. I'm Mamemon. I'll go with you. Coming with us? Well, why don't you go to the city? Okay, I'll go there. Also, sorry for voice crack. Jesus. Sorry for crack. Mamemon joins the city. There you go. And if you don't know, Mamemon is a ultimate level Digimon, so he does count for 3 points. So we should be at 49, what's it called? 49 prosperity at this point. At least I hope we are. We're close. We're so close I can taste the next 10. Which, you know, if I'm trying to get to the next 10, it's probably telling you where I need to get to in order to do things. So we're just so close I can fucking taste it. So after you've checked on that weird-ass circle on the ground in that spore area, then you go over to Shellmon. You go over to him, or hers, or its, and then you go ahead and check the fucking bulletin board. Let me see. You want to go back to a prior one. It's the one that kind of got skipped out on. It's the number 2. There we go. A UFO. A report says the UFO is near Mount Panorama. The UFO looks like a silver dish with a light coming from its bottom. Is it an alien? More information to come. So from there, then you want to go ahead, run all the way back to where the circle was. You want to run to where the circle was and then check on it again. Because we're pretty much just doing a fucking fetch quest at this point. We're wasting our time going back and forth to where circles are. And you know, if there's a circle in a UFO, You know it's got to be a crop circle, and you know it's made by crackhead hippies in the middle of somebody's farm. And you know that farming reminds me of Harvest Moon. It reminds me that I didn't actually beat all of the original Harvest Moon, which reminds me I have to go back and play Harvest Moon someday. The original Harvest Moon is a good game, but at the same time, it's just so basic. Like I already kind of, I did it. I got married. My wife in Harvest Moon has got to be so sad because I've left her alone for a year or something like that. Well, the SNES doesn't keep track of time like that, so I'm not gonna get called out for it by my imaginary video game wife. But I feel for the video game characters, even though they don't have personalities. Anyway, if you run over here, we didn't see this thing. There are more of them now. Do you think they're from the UFO? Yep, so we want to go ahead and check that, and then go ahead and use the autopilot to get ourselves right back to File City. Because fuck having to wait. Fuck running all the way back, just to run all the way here again, because we're going to go all the way back over again. So, prepare for that. Prepare for that shit. And then we head back to the bulletin board, because a new bulletin is then going to show up. And you can only do this entire quest if you have Shellmon recruited, and usually you're gonna get Shellmon through the Ogremon quest, so good thing we did that one. Anyway, now Shell Newspaper 8. Alien Digimon appears. We have found the UFO. The creature showed its body and spoke unknown words. Is the creature an alien? Will it appear again? Well, we don't really need to give a shit about that, and I guess Newspaper 8 is the last newspaper in the entire roll, so good to know we got the last newspaper, I guess. So, at this point, head back to where those crop circles are. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and buy some more MP floppies, because we are low. We are low and running out of MP, and I cannot have this fucker sleep, nor rest, nor do anything in the meantime. He's about to shit his pants right now. He doesn't have pants, so he's about to, like, fucking shit on the ground again. We need to find a Digimon that has pants. Maybe I can put you in a fucking diaper or something. Fucking shit, baby. Shit, baby. You need to fucking wear a diaper at this point. And that brings up fucking horrible fucking images of the weird fucking adult baby lover bullshit art things that you find on Twitter sometimes. And just having Metal Greymon wearing a fucking pull-up. And it's just... it's disgusting. I don't know, man. I don't know. People say, like, you know, let people do what they want to do, and I can agree in most things, but, you know, sometimes people don't make good decisions. Maybe people shouldn't be allowed to make their own decisions. They shouldn't make their own choices, because guess what? When they do that shit's gonna end up happening, and that's just fucking weird. There's this difference between, you know, weird liking Digimon or liking My Little Pony or being a fucking furry, versus wanting to have shit caked up your ass, but... Sometimes the future needs to be burned. There's no other ifs and or buts about it. Sometimes people just need to be, you know, euthanized, and I'm okay with that. Certain people need to be euthanized. Those people, pedophiles, and Tyler, but he deserves it in many different reasons. Okay, so now there's like a bunch of shit all over the ground. So we come over here. Ugh. I see a lot more now. Well, I guess it means... What? Oh my god, it's an alien! It's not actually an alien. It's not actually an alien. An alien? And then Vademon is here. If you don't know Vademon, then I guess you still don't know a lot about the weirder sections that don't include tits of Digimon. Are you a Digimon? He just says fucking nothing. Are you? Well, I guess I'm not your enemy. Well, he is our enemy. Good, now you understand. Frozen tried to convince him. Maybe he doesn't understand. Okay. That worked. Vademon joins the city. Huh? He can talk? Then why do you make circles on the ground? I don't fucking know. Why do you make circles on the ground like a fucking idiot? Anyway, now that we have, I believe our prosperity point should be at 52. So, at this point, what you'll want to go do is go over and talk to Digimon and confirm that we've got a pretty goddamn high prosperity rate. So we're gonna go ahead, hopefully run in here. And oh, you can see, Digimon's house looks a little bit different. It's looking different right now. Let me go inside. Why am I not allowed inside? Let me inside. Let me in. Knock, knock. Let me the fuck in. I live in this house too, Digimon. You're the one who brought me here. Oh yeah, you can definitely see. Digimon's house looks a lot different. So he actually has like a back room now. Something I didn't even know, and most players don't even know is a thing in World 1. Is the fact he's got like a back room after a certain point. It's just like a fucking bed. It's not my bed, it's his bed. I'm not even allowed to live anywhere. God damn it, I live on the streets of Bile City. There's no hotel to live in. Anyway, now let's talk to Digimon.
I was waiting for you, Frozen. Finally, this day has come.
What happened?
The entrance to Mount Infinity appeared.
What? Really? Where?
It's beyond the falls of the city.
Gosh, it's so close.
The way I see it, the last enemy is on Mount Infinity.
So that's the last dungeon. I'll do it.
But look, but don't be hasty. Don't make a move until you're fully prepared.
Okay, and then so now that you know, once you hit 50 prosperity, you then unlock access to a dungeon called Mount Infinity. And if you remember from like the Digimon anime, they called it Spiral Mountain or whatever. I think they called it Mount Infinity in the anime, and that's pretty much where the anime was supposed to end, and that's why they made it coincide with the video game. So it's weird like that. Let's see.
On the other side of the waterfall, in this city, is the entrance to Mount Infinity. The way I see it, the last enemy is on Mount Infinity. Go there fully prepared. In any case, Mamemon came here talking about selling treasured items. I wonder what treasured means.
Let's see, he's gonna keep saying a bunch of other stuff, but we're checking in on what everybody says.
Numamon came here talking about opening a shop. I've already said this.
Let me see. What else you gotta say?
Metal Mamemon.
Yes, we got him as well. And then there's one last person to be written about.
Beatmon came here. And wait, did he come? I can't seem to remember.
You ejaculated in front of you? That's called elder abuse, Digimon. You should sue. You should sue. Anyway, our prosperity rate is at 52. It's becoming a fine city. So yeah, at 52, we then, well, at 50, you don't need to have the specific Digimon that I got. You just need to get the prosperity rate up to 50. You then unlock the final dungeon. And something else is about to happen. Holy shit! We've been assaulted by an Airdramon. Alright, I found you, Frozen. Ambush. My goal is to beat you. Those eyes, he must be brainwashed. He must be brain rot, god damn it. Fucking Italian pieces of shit. I'm gonna be racist right now. Kill him, Tyler, even though you're Italian. Whatever. Even though you're Italian. Fuck it. Kill him, Tyler. Punch the dinosaur in the fucking neck. Damn, but he hurts more than Tyler. When you hurt more than Tyler, you know it's gonna be bullshit. Jesus, stop doing that. It's cringe. Punch him in the goddamn face. Either way, this Airdramon only shows up once you get 50 prosperity. Once you get 50 prosperity, a lot of different things start happening. So you gotta be, you know, readied up for all these certain things to be happening. But now that we've unlocked the way to Infinity Mountain, and like Digimon said, it's the last dungeon of the game. So yes, we're almost at the end of Digimon World, which is blowing my fucking mind into the trash, seeing as I've been wanting to beat this game for a very long time, and we're close as hell to beating it. It just fucking puts me through the ringer, seeing as, damn, I've been wanting to beat this game for a very long time, since I was a kid mostly, because like I didn't really get the chance to play any of the Digimon games on PlayStation. My only kind of history with Digimon games on PlayStation before Digimon World 3, when I was in my teenage years and already knew about Digimon, was being given Digimon World 2 as a Christmas present when I was like 8. And the problem was the disc was scratched, so we had to return it to the local game shop. And I didn't get anything really in return. They didn't have another one. So I pretty much dodged playing Digimon World 2 in my childhood. But that means I never played Digimon World 3 nor 4 when I was very young. And I've beaten Digimon World 3 at this point, but 1 I have not been able to beat. I usually, like I said at the beginning of this Let's Play, I played the game for a couple of hours, then gave up because of the whole, monster raising thing not being my preferred game plan for the Digimon series. But so far, I've been having fun, even though I have to keep retraining Digimon. It's fucking annoying, but whatever. All right, Tyler, do we just need to use your Mega Attack because you just can't learn to fucking attack? Do your thing. There we go. Maybe the confusion was just making him want to sit in the corner for no god fucking reason. There we go. Urdramon's dead. But yeah, it's just wild that we're almost at the end of this game. Let's see. And you can complete it. The minimum amount of prosperity you need to complete Digimon World, or to beat Digimon World 1, is 50. So once you hit 50, you can go over and tackle the final boss. But I don't think Tyler's ready to fight the final boss. Nor is this geriatric man going to be able to do that. So I don't think so. I think we're going to have to train one more Digimon to tackle that final boss. No matter what I do, I must defeat him. Aw, he's dead. What are you talking about? You got to get treatment. We're taking you to the schizophrenia clinic. Which I guess is Gigimon's house. That would fix schizophrenia, talking to an old man for hours on end. He's the only one. Oh, he's sleeping.
I think all is okay now.
I'm glad.
We must defeat the boss as soon as possible.
I know. You're stupid. Anyway, I think Urdramon counts as part of the prosperity rating. At least I think so. So that's another 2 or so prosperity, I think. I think he counts as it. Anyway, you need to eat meat, Tyler. Of course, the full percentage rating to try and get the entirety of File City, completely saved, would be going to 100. But it's not required to get to the ending. So, yeah, my plan is just to get to the final boss at this point. But you guys will hear more about my plan for Digimon World 1 as we get to that final bit. But I want to check in with you and seeing if Urdramon counts. Urdramon does not count right now. Urdramon kind of sucks. I want to see. When does Urdramon count as part of the city? Or does Urdramon even ever count as part of the city? I just wanted to see. I want to see. Okay. Talk to Digimon. Does nothing until you beat Mount Infinity. Jeez. Okay. So he's just going to be, like, comatose for a while. My favorite comatose Pokemon. Okay, so how old are you, Tyler? How long do you have left on this mortal coil? Because I want to know. Let me see. Tyler's age is 15. 15 is like the cutoff date. Past this point, Tyler is in free fall. I don't know if he will die, nor if he'll do anything. But at this point, we have opened up the way to the final dungeon. So we are very, very, very close to finishing up Digimon World 1. Which, I don't know if that's going to be next episode or the episode after it. But I know there is most definitely not much time left in the game. So, in between episodes, I think I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I get everything prepared money-wise. I want to make another trip back to Friesland to get enough money to be prepared for the final little bit. And I need to make sure that I'm able to say goodbye to our friend Tyler, knowing that he doesn't have that much longer left to live. So, in between episodes, I'm going to make enough money to live ourselves out until the next Digimon. And then, next episode, I'm probably going to be training up a new Digimon, but I don't know. Either way, we got to say our goodbyes to Tyler now. Thank you, Tyler, for bringing us this far. Hopefully the next one will bring us ever further. And before I end this episode, I want to thank all of my YouTube members, including the Disciples of Epsilon, Spiral, Kokiri, Swordman, Shell and Hummus, Crimson, Yuki, Light Duo, Cloud Eon 14, Dominic Jones, and Darcy Lanfranco. The Epsilon Sage, Phoenix. Without you guys, this channel wouldn't stay afloat. So, thanks for all the support, and I'll see you guys next time.